Hi, I'm Josh Flagg, back with Isabella Savini from Luxury Presence to talk about growing your brand through social media and content marketing.
Hey Josh, glad to be here. So you've built a huge social following with a very engaged audience. How important is it for other real estate professionals to develop their social media presence?
So important. If you're serious about building and growing your brand, you have to be active on social media. When people look you up, they're going to look at your website and they're going to check out your social channels. Social media is a lot of things, but most importantly, it's a verification tool. It's a place for potential clients to see that you are who you say you are, an opportunity to show them what you can do and why they want to work with you. Now, that being said, it's also a discovery platform. When you're active and engaging with others online, new people find you. And the more people that you get in front of you, the more chances you have to win new clients.
So if someone just created their social account or maybe is struggling to get traction, what's the first thing you would tell them to do?
Start posting, like right now. Don't overthink it. The truth is, you already have a lot to work with. You've got listing photography, you've got property descriptions. Create content from those. Make a little video tour of one of your listings. It doesn't have to be perfect. Social media rewards consistency as much as it rewards quality. So start posting and stick to it.
That's great advice. And something anyone can do. You can create something engaging just from your phone.
And for anyone who doesn't have listings yet, you're not off the hook here. People love day in the life content. Show your audience the behind the scenes of your business. Give them a peek into what you're doing and the value you're providing people. Tell a story about something funny that happened or how you averted a closing crisis and saved the day. Seriously, there are social media videos of people feeding their cats and they get millions of views. Like, you have nothing to lose. Start posting.
This is incredible advice. What about engagement? Any advice on getting people to comment or interact with your content?
My go-to suggestion for engagement strategies is always a direct appeal to your audience. So create a poll, ask your audience to vote on something. For instance, the two options your stagers gave you for your vacant listing, or which house would you choose for properties that just hit the market.
I love that. And those sorts of posts are easy to create with the tools right in Instagram stories.
Another category that just about anyone can get started in is content that demonstrates your local knowledge and community expertise. For example, post about the 5 best restaurants in your town. Share what you like to order or your favorite time to go. This content requires no listings. It doesn't even require clients, but it does demonstrate your connection to the markets that your soon-to-be leads are buying and selling in.
Now, what if an agent doesn't love being on camera?
Simply can't relate to that. No, but even if you don't want to be on camera, you've got a ton of options. For video content, you can use music or do a voiceover. You could use one of those auto-generated text-to-speech voices if you do it right.
It's truly for everyone. Now, how active do you think agents should be on social media?
Well, that's a fine balance. Posting a dozen times a day and consistently checking your likes and comments isn't healthy for any of us, but you do want to stay active and reply to comments and DMs within reason, ideally the day of. The most important tip I can give about social media is to keep at it. Keep posting, get a schedule, and stick to it no matter what. It's easy to get discouraged if you feel like you're not getting a lot of likes or followers or DMs, but think of it this way. Let's say your latest video only gets 60 views. How long would it take you to have 60 conversations or make 60 cold calls? How many days would it take you to make that kind of impact?
At least a couple of days. That's a great way to think about it. What do you think about following clients on social media?
You should absolutely follow your clients and engage with them. This is a personal relationship that you're building. These interactions strengthen the connection and keep you top of mind. Obviously, if you do follow clients and they follow you, you have to remember to keep your social media content appropriate for work. But overall, there are so many opportunities that come from using social media to create personal connections. It's an easy win.
Now, what do you say to busy agents who tell you they just don't have the time to keep up with social media?
I'd remind them that social media is a key part of successful real estate marketing. I tell them to reframe their thinking to, how can I make social media work for me? Even if you're busy, you have options. You can hire someone in-house to manage your social media, or hire an expert social media agency or team like yourself at Luxury Presence, or a freelance consultant. When you have someone dedicated to social media, it saves you time and you have someone whose expertise is in that space.
100%. Something our team at Luxury Presence recommends for busy agents and brokers is scheduling content days for yourself or your team. You can book a day or a few hours on your calendar, maybe weekly, maybe monthly, to focus on planning and creating your content so you don't feel nagged by content creation on a daily basis.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of this approach. Even if you have a dedicated social person, there's some content that you'll want to create yourself to be featured in. And you can always use that content in a lot of different ways. This doesn't have to be just for Facebook or Instagram. You can create blogs, post on different social channels, use it for stories, or post feeds. You can even use it for ads.
Absolutely. We often describe this as the hub and spoke model. Develop a core piece of longer content, the hub, and let that fuel multiple shorter pieces of content, the spokes. Since you brought it up, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the value of longer form content.
It's important. Blogs and other longer form content give you a chance to really show that you're an expert and to provide value to your clients. So there are endless topics that you can create content about. I talked earlier about posting the 5 best local restaurants. Make that into a blog post or a vlog too. You can share industry insights, market updates, and neighborhood guides. Pay attention to the types of questions that your clients are asking and answer them. There are obviously other benefits of this content like SEO, but that's a whole different conversation. For that stuff, I definitely recommend working with an expert like your team at Luxury Presence.
That's great advice. You've got the content game figured out. Speaking of which, I'd love to hear a little more about what you're doing with the content with your team at Estate Media. What are you guys working on right now?
Well, at Estate Media, we're excited to be working with some of the biggest names and professionals in real estate and continue to create more original podcasts, digital series, and educational informative content. From comedic content with Amanda McCann to James and David Blueprint newsletter, we have a lot coming. Firstly, I'm working on an ebook and course that helps other agents land luxury leads and top dollar listings.
That's very cool. I'm excited to see it. It was great talking social and content with you today, Josh.
Pleasure as always.